Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. Well, we are finally here at Friday. Uh, a wonderful Friday, sunny. It's been great weather. We're grateful for that. Um, we love it when Friday comes around because there's so much effort that we put into the week. There's so much blood, sweat, and tears that we put into the last few days, and we get a chance to see the results. A lot of times, we get a chance to feel the beginnings of rest. Um, a lot of you all are just looking forward to going to have a good time after a long work week. So you deserve it. Shout out to you guys. Um, Enjoy yourself. Um, for you guys who are traveling over the weekend, you guys have safe travels. Enjoy every moment that you get a chance to spend with friends and family. That's what it's all about. Shout out to the businesses that are in the Hill Report. Um, we appreciate your mission. We support your mission. Your services are awesome, very much needed in this community. If you're a reader of the Hill Report, shout out to you. But go support these businesses, even intentionally, even if it's not one of your uh, routine businesses. Give them a chance, give them a shot. Um, See what they have. These guys are working very hard for you, and they want to serve the community. Um, so that's very important, and you guys are key to that. Um, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today on this great Friday is uh, you're learning God's will for you. That's very important to learn God's will for you. Because that's when you're operating in your sweet spot. It's not saying that you're not going to go through the cyclical ups and downs of life, the process, uh, and the successes and the failures of process. Doesn't mean that. What it means, God's will for you, is that you know that there's going to be provisions made, there's going to be doors opened, there's going to be God's spirit himself behind your efforts. That's very comforting. That's uh that's something that keeps you going. That's something that makes you learn and endure the hard times, the cyclical times. A lot of times we need to learn our cycles in our business. You have to know when you get more customer interest during certain times of the year versus when you would have less customer interest during certain times of the year. You have to learn that so that you're not abandoning your plan through a market down cycle time. That's just going to happen naturally. So learn your cycles. That's very important. When you're operating in God's will for you, and you're learning God's will for you, you're learning every detail about what God put you on this earth to do. You're learning the history of it. You're learning the future of it. You're learning the mechanics and technicalities of it, the legal side of it, the ethical side of it. You're learning everything about what your purpose is and what God's will for you is. Um, God does have a will for you. He didn't just put any of us on this earth just because. Um, it's good to tap in to what your sweet spot in life is, what you are more productive at, what you are, um, where you feel natural. It's very little doubt that, say, Michael Jordan was placed here to play basketball. I mean, he's probably one of the greatest to ever play. But he also has that basketball experience, that competitiveness, that preparation that prepared him for a very successful business life after basketball. Um, a lot of times going through that process, you never know what the actual uh, calling is. You may be doing some great things pre calling, but your real resting place and your real calling could be right after something that you thought was great. So who was to know that Michael Jordan would make more money overall playing, uh, selling apparel, clothes, shoes, hats, t-shirts than he would playing basketball? A lot of people would think that the basketball life was his crowning achievement, but in actuality, his business life has been his crowning achievement financially. So you never know what your actual God's will is for you until you tap into that, until you're open to the process, until you're learning the cycle so you're not quitting. You just know, like, hey, these couple months, people usually don't stay in these hotels. Or these couple months, here comes the rush. Like if make an obvious example, if you sell like Christmas decorations, then you know that, maybe like October, November, December, that's going to be your heavy months for selling Christmas decorations, right? Maybe not so much in the summertime and the springtime. So just be prepared for those slow times because that's the cycle of your business. Every business has a cycle. Um, as I talk to business owners, I try to figure out, um, they'll tell you their cycles. They'll tell you when times are supposed to be or generally or slow. Sometimes a little surprised when things don't pick up in certain times because they're like, hey, things usually are a little faster right now. But that's a part of learning your ups and downs in your particular industry. Um, and that's very connected to God's will for you. God's will for you, you're going to have the burning inside to learn that because that's going to make you not make unwise decisions about your business because you're going to already know what to expect. Knowing what to expect or disappointments are bred from bad expectations. So if you thought that you should do um, 20,000 units uh, year ago and you thought that you should do 20,000 units and you end up doing 10, you want to be able to know why you came up 10 short from a year ago. Um, so you can correct those things. Or maybe you can see that it is something that's broader in society that you can't correct because maybe there was a big fire in town, or maybe there was a storm that came through, maybe there was a snowstorm and people didn't get out as much this year. So you want to know your factors and you want to know why your cycles behave the way that they behave. Then you're going to be able to roll with that, and maybe sometimes you can take advantage of it over your competition. But hey, that's a part of learning what God's will is for you. People who are not operating under God's will, they don't take the time to learn about a cycle. They don't take the time to learn about anything. They're just basically clocking in, watching the clock, maybe texting on their cell phone, and they're out of there as soon as the time hits. But when you really care about what you do and you really feel that you have purpose and a plan, um, time may go by a little faster than you think because you're actually trying to accomplish in every minute, in every moment. Every client that you see, you're trying to make a difference in their lives. Every business that you partner with, you're trying to bring the most value to the table. Um, that's all a part of knowing what God's will is for you. You know, I want each and every one of you guys to enjoy your weekend. If you're working this weekend, I want you to really put your foot on the pedal and go hard and appreciate what you're bringing to the table. And I want all of you to tap in to what God's will is for you. All right. Well, this is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip.